was like, yo, that's dope. But he did it. He did. He created probably the best burger I've ever seen. Again, I don't like burgers. I wanted to eat his burgers. That sounds bad. I know, but
It did.
I heard it come out and I'm like, whoa. He has time today.
Mm-hmm. I sure do.
Uh,
I'm definitely going to need you to take the lead on who made what because I don't know everybody's name by heart. Like,
I for the most
see your
part got
face, like you see your face and you know their name. No, like only some people I know, but I'm not. I don't know everybody yet.
I got for the most part with everybody cook. I know for the most part who everybody is now. So I'm
Mm,
good.
all right.
I get confused between Laura and Nicole because they look the same. They white. So I was like,
They right. They do right. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, wait, which one is which?
Right. Mm,
But I think I got it. Wendy, I be forget she's even in the competition.
I
I'm like, oh, Wendy's here.
know.
They don't sound
Yeah.
like her at all.
And she got last pick, like last pick.
But she got
All
this.
right.
Let's talk about it on.
Yeah, we gonna talk about it. All right, you ready? Five,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
Hey, dude, it's your boy Nextstop Sirchcity.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You know it's your girl Neda.
And welcome back to another episode of the Food We Watch podcast. Guys, we're on a roll. Next Level Chef is heating up. We're getting into the season now. Before we get into the show, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on
All
your
the things.
notifications. Do all the things. Pew, 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 pew. Do all the things just so you can stay in the loop and witness the rise of this podcast.
There you
But
go.
but in any event, we are reviewing Next Level Chef season 3. We are on
Mm-hmm.
episode 4.
Yep.
It was a lot going on this
It
episode.
was a lot going on. Wow. As many of you guys already know, if you watch, this is the draft pick.
Yes.
And so it's so funny. The way that they did it reminded me of fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
So Chef Blaze ended up getting first pick, Naisha second, Gordon third. But how they do it is like first pick, second pick, third pick, second pick, first pick. So
Mm-hmm.
Gordon was able to pick two people back to back when it was his time. So I thought that was pretty dope. Hilarious.
Yeah.
And Chef Blaze, hilarious. Um, so all right. Oh, and Chef Blaze is the only chef who has yet to have a winner throughout as long as this. We're on what, season 3?
And 3.
Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Naisha won the first one. Gordon won the second one. Hopefully, Blaze, this year is your turn. So Blaze's first round pick was Zach.
Yeah.
And real quick, I just want to give another shout out to Zach. Thank you for following us. Saw that John yesterday. Super dope. So thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Naisha's first pick was Chef Vaughn, which I think
Yo,
was really good.
Grant is on.
And you could tell Gordon was checking for him too because he was just like, oh ish or whatever word he said, but pretty much like he was not happy that Naisha had picked him.
He's a strong chef.
He really is. And then Gordon's first pick was Chris. Which I mean, Chris is a strong competitor. He's also a strong chef. So,
Yeah, he was taught by his
wasn't.
father, as we said before, Michelin star chef.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. And then his second pick was Gabby, and Aisha was just like, no. That might have been her next pick.
I think it was.
hmm And Blaze, like he wasn't happy with the pick either. Like you just saw it right all like written all over his face. He wanted Gabby too. He was like, this was in his plan. He said, he was like, I don't know what they was doing over the weekend. But he was like, I was working on my war room board. Okay.
I wish he would have put that up online, like, or hopefully he does, like, so we could see, like, if I will, hopefully he captured that because that would be good content to see who he really initially wanted and see if he got him.
Blaze, after the season or however, can you please do that for us? We would love to see like what your plan was. But it never works out like that. It never. Um, Naisha's second pick was Christina. Chef Blaze second picks were no wait. Who had the oh yeah, Chef Blaze. I'm
Uh,
not
technically, no.
did I miss something?
Yeah, you ain't talk about Naisha's initial second pick was Jordan. You don't remember what happened?
I have that after Chef Blaze picked Lauren and Angela.
Okay, well then maybe I skipped it. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah. And then Naisha wanted Jordan, but Gordon proceeds to say, wait. As Jordan is going for his apron for Chef Naisha, Gordon Ramsay was like, Naisha, I will give you my next two picks. Because she was like, what the heck? He was like, I will give you my next two picks if you give me Gordon. I mean, Jordan. Jordan. Oh my gosh. If you give me Jordan. And Gordon was like, do you want to be on my team? And Jordan had to, like, really analyze. And he was like, Gordon Ramsay, he was like, you made me go viral. He wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So he decided to go Team Gordon. And Aisha was so upset.
I'm not gonna lie though. Two additional picks. I don't know. I think that might work out in her favor. Jordan, don't get me wrong, is a good chef, and we will see later on how good of a chef he is. But I get two additional. I can get a couple heavy hitters because now we coming down towards the end. It's like I need some anchors because to me the best chef right now, in my opinion, is Zach, and he was already gone. So and Vaughn, to me, Zach and Vaughn. But yeah, that's I don't know. I think I would have took that. Sorry,
Well,
Jordan.
I mean, she
Trade.
did. She did. So
I don't think
Naisha,
she had a choice.
I don't think she had a choice either. So she then proceeds to take Ari and Alexandra.
Two great cooks.
Yep. And then Gordon, which I was surprised. I was slightly surprised he was still on the bench. Like I'm sorry, not on a bench, but that he was still a free agent. Isaiah. Gordon picked Isaiah. And I was kind of shocked that night. Like that wasn't one of Naisha's picks.
All right, so you tell me this. Who would you have not picked out of Ari and Alexandra? Who would and swapped out for Isaiah?
Probably Ari.
You know what? After this episode, I because coming into this episode, she was real good. But we'll talk about it a little bit later. Woo!
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Talk
like I
about Saved
really
by the Bell.
yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Like I really think Isaiah has stuff up his sleeve. So
Yeah.
yeah, because and I say that to say too, because when Gordon picked Isaiah, like you saw Naisha's face, right?
Mm-hmm. But it's
Like,
like, yeah, you had a chance.
yeah,
So
you had a chance. I'm like, I was really surprised. Um, So, and then Blaze ended up picking Nicole and Matt.
Hmm.
And Mother, you could tell he was feeling some type of way because he was like one of the last ones to get picked, and he was like, "Oh my gosh!" But I think that kind of lit a fire in him, so
Yeah.
now he has something to prove. So he ended up on Aisha's team, and then Wendy. Oh, Wendy.
I be
Um,
forgetting about Wendy.
yeah, Wendy. I forgot you was even on the show.
But here's the thing: they didn't show everybody get picked, did they?
What do you mean?
Or did we? Where did Angela? Angela? Did they show Angela getting picked?
Jake Blaze picked. I
I
said
must
he
have
picked
missed.
Lauren.
I must.
He
Oh,
picked
and
Lauren and
Angela. Okay.
Angela. Yeah,
Sorry,
and that's
it's
when
been
you
a
like cut me off, and I was like, because of the
I'm so sorry. All
um.
right.
So when he got picked last, and I mean last, so Gordon had the last. I
Yeah,
mean,
technically she
obviously the
didn't get
last pick.
picked. I'm just saying.
Dag, dag.
But you never know. Just
Um,
because you get picked last down, you might rise from the ashes. You never know.
you might. I don't. Okay. So real quick, I have a question for you.
Questions.
Who do you think? Um,
That's the best
who
team.
do you? Yeah, like who do you think? Draft the best has the best team. I
All
know
right,
what
well,
I think.
let me read them off real quick. Blaze at the end of
Are
it
you
had
sure you remember?
Blaze. I have them all. I don't remember seeing
Oh,
them. I got
oh,
them for
oh,
the team.
got you.
So Blaze has Zach, Nicole, Matt, Angela, and Lauren. Naisha has Vaughn, Ari, Alexandra, Mata, and Christina. And Gordon has Chris, Gabby, Jordan, Isaiah, and Wendy. Now, looking at this, at first glance, I would say Blaze probably had,
Really?
because he has Zach and he has Angela, and I feel like those and Matt at first, and Matt, those are three heavy hitters. But
Well, we're gonna
but
go back and ask this question again
yeah,
when
yeah,
later.
yeah. So
So
initially, I would have said
yeah.
Blaze.
Okay, so initially my pick was Gordon's team. I thought he had some really, really strong people on his team. Like he had Chris, he has Jordan. Like I felt like um he had the stronger team.
Mhm.
Now, do I still feel this way? We shall see. So their theme going into this round was an all-American smash burger. And because Gordon is the reigning champ, he got to start on the first level or the top level.
Mhm.
Naisha's in the middle, and of course, Blaze, he is in the basement. And
He
real
lived
quick,
there.
Gordon was like, "You spent so much time in the basement." And yeah, Blaze was like, "Yeah, I practically lived down there." And then Gordon proceeds to thank Naisha for Jordan, and she was just like, "I can't believe you did that." And Gordon was like, "Are you kidding me? Blaze hijacked me last year." So
I forgot about that. I was like,
I
oh,
did
he did
too.
do that. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. I will say this. I will say this. I feel like Gordon's team, not everybody, but particularly Chris. I felt like he's just a little bit overconfident, and we know how that goes for people
Yeah.
who are
Like,
overly confident. And I'm just saying, like, if you go, listen, you could make something 100,000 times, okay, and
mm,
make it well. But when you are on next level chef, it's a different ball game.
it's a
It's
different
so
world.
yeah, like I'm telling you, next level chef will humble you. But
Yeah.
I
Don't
have more comments about that later.
The only thing I don't like, like you say, Chris is overconfident. But what I don't, the one thing that he keeps relying on is, oh, I do this on my food
The
truck. So
food
he's
truck.
basically just cooking things that he done on a food truck. Cool, you got a food truck. I think you should stop thinking about the stuff you cook on a food truck. Try something that you may have done somewhere else, because it's like food truck, food truck, food truck, or maybe that's just him promoting. Maybe, and if that's the case, I'm not going to knock the man, but I'm not going to lie. I'm tired of hearing about the food truck.
Well, I have some things to say about Chris, but we'll get to that later. All right. So, um, everybody, got their picks, whatever. People in the basement literally just got scraps, but Zach, by surprise, he saw a short rib. How does a short rib make it all the way down to the basement?
People not
Like,
paying attention.
like Zach, you're shocked. I'm shocked. Like, maybe Ari should have went for that short rib instead of the ostrich.
Yeah, that was a little.
And yes,
Well,
that was the
technically, the ostrich was in the basement, wasn't it? Isn't Ari in the basement?
no,
She not in.
no,
Oh, they're
no.
on the
She's on
second level.
Aisha. She's
You
on
know what?
Aisha's
You're
side.
right. But she kept saying she's
She
cooked
cooked
it
with
before.
ostriches before, but we okay. All
But
right.
and normally I would give you that. Okay, great. You're not doing something that you've never done before. So cool. Kudos to you. Let's see how that works out for you.
Oh, and speaking of Ari, she starts a fire.
Exactly. I was waiting for that. Not even just a regular fire. That was a big fire.
A full blown fire. Like the fire alarm went off.
But
Like
she was so funny though, because she was just like, you just let it burn out. Like
let it burn like Usher.
she did not even try
But
to take it. Just let it burn out.
here's the thing though, Naisha proceeded to tell her before it started burning like that, control your heat.
Mm-hmm.
She told her control your heat, and then it went up in flames.
Yeah.
Um, Matt. So it's so this is very sporadic. Like I was able to catch who got what. Some people I just didn't. I just didn't know. But Matt got the salmon. I've never heard of a salmon burger. And then proceeds to get raspberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard of a salmon burger, not with
With
raspberry.
raspberries.
And when he was explaining his ingredients to Blaze was nervous. He was like, I guess you're gonna have to figure it out. Just make it taste good at this point. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a bad grab. And he's tall, so I would have thought just tower over. But again, that platform comes, you only got a certain amount of time. You just grab, I guess, at that point.
Yeah. Nicole got a plant-based burger. She's never cooked with plant-based protein before.
I was highly nervous for her.
Mm-hmm.
And I had all the right to be nervous
As I
for
was
what
about to say, as you should have been. Um, and then it jumps to the top level. Do you wanna I just have Gordon, oh my
I
gosh.
have
I
I
just
have
have go
I
ahead.
have Jordan. He grabbed the
Yeah.
ground pork. He's making an Asian style burger. And I'm not
Me,
gonna lie.
by
Yeah,
me.
I don't like burgers like that, but I was like,
I've
oh,
never known that about
definitely
you.
known that because we talked about this on the podcast. You just
Oh, we
forgot.
did? Oh, I forgot. Well,
I don't like burgers. Um, then we have that's all I got at that point.
Okay,
Then we
cool.
had the
Okay, okay,
mid
okay. Great, great,
because
great,
that's
great.
really all that happened. Because then we had
Yeah,
the mid
yeah.
round prop,
Yeah.
and they was
Which
like,
was
he kind of
potato.
gassed it. No, it wasn't.
No, they was thinking potato,
Yeah,
and
they said
so
what
was
goes. He
I.
was like, what exactly? He said, what goes good with burgers?
I'm
Everybody was like,
thinking
fries.
fries,
it was all mixed vegetables.
vegetables. Oh my
that was,
gosh.
they were kind of salty.
And you had to fry it.
It had to be a fried vegetable. Jordan grabbed the carrots. I saw Vaughn grab green beans,
Yes.
and Nicole grabbed the eggplant, which you could kind of turn that into fries if you. That's what she said. If you,
I don't understand that.
she
How
grabbed
does
the
that?
eggplant.
Oh,
I had to come back to it. It was a delay, but you could kind of chop them up and like rectangle them out. You could kind of make them fries. I don't remember what she did. Matt
well,
grabbed zucchini. Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
He was going to do zucchini chips, which I'm like, okay, his
Mhm.
dish is just all over the place.
Mhm.
Um, Gordon is worried about Chris.
Wait.
Chris,
Hold on. Hold on. Before we even get to Chris, there's a few things that happen in between there. Nicole, her burger. You talk about being worried. Her burger was not sticking together, and it
that
was
happened after.
burning. I have that before.
Mm-mm.
And then I have Vaughn. I have
That's
something
after.
about Vaughn.
Yeah, that was after. Nicole struggled to make the plant-based burger.
Oh, I had
Yeah,
something else about
but
Chris.
before
Okay,
that,
okay, there
well,
was a
what
few
happened?
things
What
about
else
Chris.
do you have about Chris? Because Chris is getting on my nerves.
Well, when after he smashed it, the burger, it was falling apart,
All
and
right,
it
I
was
got stuff
sticking
before that.
to. Oh, okay.
Before that, Gordon told him, "Do not overcomplicate and watch how much salt you're putting in," because he kept
Oh
salting,
my gosh!
salting,
Wait a
and
minute.
salting.
Wait a minute. So I did see that. I think I was in so much shock about
Chalk.
shock. I was in so much shock about how much salt he was putting on his burger that
Too
I think
much.
I forgot to write it down. Like, oh my gosh. I was
Oh,
like,
heart attack.
yo, oh my
Di-
gosh.
he just kept doing it, and they kept showing, yo, the cameras. Thank you again for producers. Y'all be catching it. He just kept doing it and kept doing it and kept. And I'm like, you definitely want to salt your burger, but you're doing it a little bit too much. He's all over the place.
He blizzard his
Yeah,
burger.
yeah. So that's when after that they cut to Nicole, and
Nicole.
that's where I got nervous because I didn't see her grab anything that was going to hold. I don't know too much
Yeah,
about plant blades,
but I was
but I
surprised
know
she didn't at least use the egg.
I knew it was like on the drier side, and I'm like, she don't got nothing. Like it's gonna
But
fall apart. I
she didn't
knew
use
it.
an egg. An egg. I was surprised about that.
Yeah, I don't think because again, she doesn't cook with it. Like if you cook with turkey, ground turkey, you would know. She should have thought of it as like ground turkey or ground chicken because it's softer.
Mm.
So you do kind of need like breadcrumbs to like hold it together. Yeah, it crumbled. It was just like it had no chance in hell.
Mm.
Um, and then it cuts to Vaughn. Yo,
Vaughn was not
Vaughn, that
playing
boy,
no
yo, he
games.
started a
The
fire too,
flame, yeah,
and
the
he was
flame
just
was
sticking his
going. He
he was
was,
sticking his hand into the fire to smash his burger. I'm like, yo,
yo.
this boy is not
You talk
playing.
about determination. Like
Yo, you know, I'm getting this done no matter what. That was
yes,
that was some Dragon Ball Z next
that
level
was
Ultra instinct.
inspiring. Yeah, that was inspiring. And then back to Chris.
Mhm.
Sorry. Excuse me.
He's
His
at this point he's still salting his burger.
yeah, and it was falling apart and it was sticking to
Uh,
his utensils.
mhm.
And again, I'm telling you, you can't be overconfident. Like you think that you think you that ball, but next level chef, you realize how much you are really not.
Yeah.
Like I don't care if you're professional, whatever. I'm telling you, something about this show, it definitely brings out your
Mhm.
weaknesses. Christina, she is the only one I think who, at least on her level, is the or on her team is the only one who is making one burger where everyone
Mhm.
else had about two. 3, and she was just hoping that she didn't make a bad decision because when you smash the burger, like it is like really really flat, so it
Mhm.
seems like you're not really working with much. So we'll see how it works out for her. And mother, okay. I was like, yo, get your behind to the
Well,
platform.
real quick before that, I've just noticed Matt at the end of when we about to like final countdown, he was making a sauce,
Oh
tasted
yeah.
it. It was like, this is horrible. And had to go back and try. Yo, he was really struggling. And I was really shocked because he was so strong in his audition that like we keep saying, yo, this show will show you where your weaknesses are real quick.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
he had to try to make a new sauce at the last minute. We're going to find out if that new sauce was better than the old sauce. But yes, Mata, I wasn't really worried. They hyped that part up. I wasn't
They
really too worried
did.
because he's like 6'8". So Stretch
I
used to do that last.
know. Yeah,
I worried about
yeah.
the littler chefs that got to reach up, but I was
Literal,
worried the littler
literal.
the littler chefs that got to reach up. I wasn't really too worried about him. I thought he was going to be like, all right, I'll be all right. But yeah, that was. But overall, that was a first episode, a good first competition episode with all the teams together. It was a lot
Mhm,
going on. A lot of chefs that you thought were strong was showing that they were not. And I think for this, Gordon was a little shocked with Chris because I don't know if he knows his dad. I think he knows his dad from like the culinary world, and he knows how he
mhm,
was brought up. And he
mhm.
was one of he Chris is one of the ones that Gordon really wanted. He got him, and mm, I think Gordon was a little disappointed.
Well, let's get into it. So
All
now
right,
we have who made what and why.
all
Okay.
right. So it started out with the top floor. We had Isaiah with the Wagyu beef burger. Not I don't remember what he made for his fried vegetables.
Mm-mm,
But Gordon said, or somebody said it was a little overcooked, but it was a classic rendition. Oh, he did. He
mm.
made fried pickles. Gordon loved the fried pickles.
I can get down with some fried pickles,
I've never had that, and I definitely would like to try it.
but I mean, it doesn't sound bad though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've never had it,
Yeah.
but I want to try. Oh, we may have to do a smash burger shoot, and we may have to do. Ooh, we should do a smash burger shoot. We'll talk about this offline. I forgot where we were at. This is how we do. It be random, y'all. Y'all just got a
Hmm.
little grip of how our minds work. All right. Gabby grabbed the lamb. She made the lamb smash burger with marinated feta and onion
Inspired.
ring.
They said
Yep,
inspired.
inspired. Um, they said the burger was balanced and it was on point. I don't remember anything else that they said about it.
Yeah. I just
Um,
had they like the burger.
they like the we have Chris, who made a brisket burger with fried asparagus.
Can
And
I please? Can I
go
please? Can
ahead.
I please?
Woo.
Can I please? Again, as you guess, as we know, as we saw, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't take a genius to see this. Um, he overly salted his
Mm.
burgers to the point where Blaze had to drink water. Like,
I'm I'm looking
oh
around for
my
my water.
gosh.
Just thinking about it, my mouth was getting dry. Naisha
Yes,
hated it. He almost died, and it looked horrible. It just
it
looked
did.
horrible.
Oh my gosh.
Like you
Oh,
just you just mashed a bunch of meat together and just was like here. Like, dang, yo. Like you said, overconfidence. Um
congratulations, Chris. You played yourself.
Jordan,
I'm gonna
he
get a
had
shirt that says that. I'm gonna
like
need for
that.
you to come. I'm gonna need for you to come up with a graphic
I
and
got
like,
you.
but like, congratulations, you played yourself.
Got you. All right. Jordan made the pork burger and he made that with fried carrots. They thought it was a unique take on a side item.
Yeah.
And the grab was real smart. I don't remember them saying too much about the burger though. I remember him
I
talking
thought
a
it
lot
was,
about carrots.
yeah, out of the box thinking.
Yeah, so good job, Jordan. Wendy, forgot about Wendy. Asian inspired shrimp burger with avocado. Uh, it
Can I
was
just say this? It
yeah.
did not give me burger vibes
It didn't give me
at
smash
all.
burger vibes. It gave what's
No,
those
because
little
there was like
ones?
three. There was like three. She
But what are those little ones?
sliders.
That's what she made. She made shrimp sliders.
Mm,
I was like,
yeah,
ugh.
and
Because what's his name said it.
I know
He's
he's like,
like,
"Is it
are these
really a
really
smash
smash
burger?"
burgers?
No, they're not.
No. But yeah, it ended up being dry. You got to watch shrimp because they cook fast.
Do you
Um,
have some early predictions, as such as I?
as to who's not going to win,
Hmm.
off rip. I mean, you mean overall or just this episode?
Just
Because
period.
overall, Wendy is gone. Wendy
Yeah,
and Chris are gone. I don't see Chris lasting because unless he turns it around and starts listening to Gordon, Chris
I
and
agree.
Wendy, I don't see here that
I
long.
agree. I agree. Okay.
All
I'm
right,
sorry. Go ahead.
no,
Now we have
next
Blaze
we
team.
have Blaze. We got the nasty plant-based burger with barbecue sauce and a fried eggplant. Even though she struggled, she put together a delicious burger. They
Sauce
said the
was
barbecue
really
sauce she
good.
made was delicious. But only thing is it was too much sauce.
Well, I
Uh,
don't know. That was just an opinion because, well, I don't know if Blaze was saying this because now that I
because
think about
it
it,
was his
because it was
team.
this team.
Because he's like, oh, I pour barbecue sauce. I drench my chicken nuggets in barbecue sauce like a kid. We're not talking about that. But he did say it was one note, like it was no like depth to the burger. It was one note. Um, Angela made a chicken smash burger with a pineapple mustard barbecue sauce. I'm like, oh, that's different. Chicken was
It looked
cooked
good
beautifully.
visually.
Yo, she did her thing. Chicken was cooked beautifully. They loved the heat that came from her burger.
Yeah.
Great job, Angela.
Now
Um,
we have the disgusting raspberry
ooh,
salmon with
salmon burger with harissa raspberry sauce. Sounds ooh, that doesn't sound good. No, that was the next one. They said the burger was overcooked and it didn't even taste like salmon. The
mm-mm,
idea sounded weird and also tasted weird. I cracked
yeah,
up. I'm like,
yeah.
yo, sorry, Matt. Yeah, you got stuck with a bad one. Then we have Zach. Zach made a short
Mm.
rib burger with a sriracha aioli, chilies, and on a pretzel bun. Yo, he elevated it. This why I said, and he did this in the basement.
Oh,
They
that
said it
thing
was
looks so good.
a classic mate. Wait, I don't know what.
She Naisha was just really surprised that
Yeah,
this was done in the basement. It was on
season,
point. It
up
looked
season,
good. It was
great,
seasoned
great.
to perfection. That burger looked good. Like I wanted to take a bite.
Yep, good job, Zach. And then we have Lauren. She made the venison smash burger with the balsamic glaze and pickled fennel. They said it was cooked beautifully, used ingredients that shouldn't even go together, but made them work. So they really
Mhm.
liked her dish. Next, we move to the middle where we have Christina, who took a chance and made one burger. She made a sirloin burger with fried parsnips, and it worked out for her. They said it was seasoned beautifully, spot on.
Mhm.
Parsnip chips is a real grab. So they really like the parsnip chips with her sirloin burger. She did a great job. We have King Vaughn, dry aged beef burger with a fried egg, caramelized onions, and he had oh wait, I just messed up.
The
Fried
the,
tempura green beans.
yeah,
Yo,
them green beans look good.
he to me had probably the best burger, and they loved it because he added the egg. Gordon was like, anytime you add an egg to a burger, it's classic. He did a great job. He was on point with the green beans. They called them naughty fries. I've never heard that term, but that's dope. So he might have something that he can work with after this whole show. You better work on them naughty fries. We had Mata, who did the turkey burger with tahini. Um, they didn't really like it because it left a
Mediterranean
bitter
inspired.
Mediterranean inspired. It left a bitter taste on their palate. They said they didn't like the aftertaste. They wasn't
Hmm.
too sure what that was. I think you used too much tahini. um, Alexandra did the veal burger with fried broccolini. It says needs more texture and crispiness, so they didn't like. I don't know which one they were referring to, the broccolini or the burger, but that's all I got from them. And then, last but not least, whew, we had Ari, who had the ostrich smash burger with Swiss cheese and fried cauliflower. And sorry to say, that thing was raw.
And burnt.
It was, and that's she had the heat was too high and it didn't cook the inside. It was raw. First of the season, she cooked raw, not like too rare. It wasn't even rare. It was raw. Like, dang, yo. And you were so confident. I cook with ostrich like all the time. And yeah. She even said it. She's like, I skipped in here and now I want to run out. So those were the dishes. Before we get into it, did you real quick? Did you, because you know we normally do this? Did you do best dish, best plate, worst plate?
I didn't because they was moving so fast.
All
I
right, so
didn't really get a good glimpse, and I just feel like it was just
well, I
yeah.
did. So I'm just going to go over those real quick. For me, I think the best dishes came from Jordan, Angela, Zach, Christina, and Vaughn. I think they had really strong ones. Those were the ones that were getting high praise. Worst dishes, of course, was Chris,
And
Matt, and Ari. Um, Again, Chris
oh
poured a
yeah,
whole
Ari.
he poured a whole can of salt in his meat. Matt was just all over the place, and Ari didn't cook anything because it was raw. I know you probably this was hard for me, was the plating, because it was going by fast, and a lot of them were pretty generic as burgers. But
Yeah.
just honorable mentions. I liked Wendy's plating. I liked Angela's plating. Even though Wendy didn't do great, the plating was dope. Matt and Vaughn, I think, especially Vaughn. Vaughn, not so much his plating, but how his burger looked. It
Well, he
just
had the most round.
Yeah,
They even said they weren't
he
even
weighed it
said it.
out. He was the only one
Yeah.
who weighed
Yeah.
out his
Four
burgers.
ounces.
Yep. And then worst plating was Chris, because his shit was all over the place, and Ari, I didn't like her plating. But there we go. We got the worst and the best of the night. Now, I don't remember them doing it this way.
I don't remember either, but they did it.
They brought back the immunity pin.
Uh-huh.
So just like they had last year, if you win, you get the immunity pin. So if you are up for, I guess, elimination, you could actually use that on yourself to save yourself, or they could save someone else, right? I don't remember. Either way, last year they gave it to one person each week,
Right.
right? This
Yeah.
time they
They gave
gave
it.
it to one person per team.
Mm-hmm. And
So
didn't mean that you was necessarily the winner.
yeah, so you weren't necessarily the overall winner. You
Mm-hmm.
were the person who they saw work hard, come up with some good items. That you did the things right. So it's
Mm-hmm.
not the winner, but it's the best choice of each team. Do you have those names on who won for each team?
Yes, I do. Gordon, Jordan, Naisha, Christina, Blaze, Zach.
Dang, they were all rhyming until Zach. All
I
right, but yeah,
know. How about
Jordan.
that? Oh my gosh.
But yeah, Jordan, Christina, and Zach won immunity pins. So they did a great job
Congrats, y'all.
for their round. So congratulations. But there can only be one overall winner for today's competition. and that is
Representing for the
Brandon.
PA.
Hey, Vaughn came through with the win, so I was like, "Yo, that's dope." But he did it. He did. He created probably the best burger I've ever seen. Again, I don't like burgers. I wanted to eat his burgers. That sounds bad. I know, but
It did.
I heard it come out, and I'm like, "Whoa!" But yeah,
But real
he
quick,
go
okay, I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No,
No,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. No, I had a question, but go ahead.
He came through in the clutch because if it wasn't for him, I really feel
Woo!
like Ari would have been
Oh,
going into that
definitely.
elimination round with the
Oh,
raw meat.
oh, definitely. Now, before we get into the elimination round, which we already know who's in there, who do you think team is strong now?
So if I go back and look at the teams, because it's hard to say because all the teams have somebody on their team that just didn't do well. But overall, mm, I'm going to say Naisha.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, I'm thinking, I don't know if Gordon's team is as strong as I thought it was.
Yeah. Just looking across, like she got two heavy hitters in Vaughn and Christina, and I think they're gonna like carry her through. Ari, Alexandra and Mata are up in the air, but they have the potential to create great dishes. Blaze team, I don't they got Angela too though and Zach. This is hard, y'all, because
Yeah.
they got
We're
some
going
good
to
ones.
see.
I'm going team Naisha. Um, solely off the back of Vaughn. That's me.
I, I, yeah, I'm with you. But we'll see what happens next week. It could easily change.
It definitely can. But what cannot change is the people that lost last night or that episode. And those people were Chris and Matt. Chris is for Team Gordon, Matt for Team Blaze. And I'm like, dang, Blaze, you already starting off on the wrong foot. But they went into elimination
Hell,
round.
Gordon's first pick is in the elimination round.
Yeah,
And
that
he
is
said it. He was like, you were my first pick.
true.
So
Mhm.
they have to cook a classic fish taco. All right. Let me say this. Okay. Okay, Chris got the mahi mahi and Matt got the cod. All right. Here is like where the drama really unfolds. The tortillas. It is
No,
like
real quick. Did you see them when they were running up to
yes,
the
they were
platform?
fighting.
They were a
No,
little
they
too
were
I was
fighting.
like, "Yes, let's go."
But
They
but I,
wanted it. Yeah.
but I was like, Chris, like I was like, but Matt could really knock you down. Um, because he
Before
like
before the tortillas
anyway,
though.
that was the highlight
Naisha
for me.
Naisha told Chris, "Watch how you," because he said, "I'm going to saute the fish," and she was like, "You're going to saute the fish? Do you know fish doesn't take that long to cook?" So she told him to be careful. That's where I started getting nervous. Here's where you step in.
Tortillas. It's
Yes,
this thing about the tortillas, man. Like
stop.
tortilla. Like
Just don't do
so
it.
so Chris and Matt wanted to do homemade tortillas. Well,
Yeah.
Matt then realized that he was spending way too much time on these tortillas and decided to do get the store bought tortillas. Um okay, and then Chris also realized the same, like his tortillas wasn't coming out the way that he wanted them to. So when he finally decided he wanted to go for the store bought tortillas, guess what? Matt had took all of the store bought
Yep.
tortillas. There was no more store bought tortillas. So Chris was panicking and he was just like, what the heck am I going to do? Chris, I'm just going to give you some real sound advice because I am not going to lie. Because you was coming off cocky, I was really hoping Matt was going to win this.
Dang.
Chris, I need for you to humble yourself. I understand you're a professional chef, but you have crumbled. Like you even came up in here like pretty much, oh, Matt ain't got nothing on me. Like I got this in the bag. Chris, if you proceed to continue to have that attitude, I guarantee you will be sent home. Like, just off of like just seeing it in past experiences, you have to humble yourself. I understand you're a professional chef, but you don't know everything. There are things that you can learn. And so I need for you to pause, listen, and learn. And that's just my advice to you. Anything
Yeah,
else?
no, you said it all. And I think I really, well, I hope him going through what he went through in that episode does humble him because he struggled and a lot. And I know professional chefs, you have to be confident and all that, but you do have to have some kind of humility. I think he was humbled when he went and looked for those store-bought tortillas and it wasn't none. So he had to figure it out. And that could have potentially lost him the round. But nevertheless, he figured it out and said, we're just going to go with what I got. Chris made a mahi mahi taco on red corn tortilla uh, with a citrus salsa. They said it was delicious. Great choice of fish, and it looked aromatic, but it was just a little wet.
Mm-hmm.
That was just their and that was the taco and all that. Matt made a pan roasted cod taco with a rodicchio sauce. They thought it was too clunky. Fish was too big.
Well, hold
Thought it was
on.
cooked
Let's
beautifully.
wait a minute. Let's not forget he thought he grabbed purple cabbage.
I was just about to say the rodicchio was bitter, and then he was like, it wasn't rodicchio. No. He thought he made like you said, a cabbage sauce, and he actually made a rodicchio sauce. And he said that he was like, I grabbed rodicchio. But all in all, even with the sauce, I don't think it would have saved them because, like they said, it was too clunky. And Gordon did throw a little shade. He was like, "This is looks like store bought taco tortillas." So they really wanted them to make. I mean, it's next level chef. So I mean, all in all, we kind of know it ain't no surprise. I'm shocked this was the first person to go.
Yeah, me too.
They had such high hopes for his audition, but Matt, unfortunately, the kitchen overwhelmed you. It took a hold of you and it spit you out. But we appreciate you being on the show. Glad that you did your thing. Like, look, this I think he said he's only been cooking for like not even like 18 months. The fact that you made it on this show was incredible. Glad you were able to live out your dream. Definitely hope to have you on the pod, because you seem like just a cool dude. We would love to hear more of your story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I have a few early predictions on who may make it far and who may not. I think we touched on that a little bit.
Vaughn
And I
for
also
sure.
have a couple favorites that I think that will win.
Vaughn.
I have long term. I see the top three. I think it's going to be like top
I'm
three.
gonna I'm gonna see if I agree. I wait,
I'm
wait,
going.
can I guess? Can I guess at least two for
You
you?
can guess all three.
I'm not I just I'm not sure about the I'm not sure about the third one, but Vaughn and Jordan.
No, one of them you got right.
Well, Vaughn.
Vaughn, Zach, and Christina are my
Really?
three choices to go far.
Okay.
The ones there are a couple that I don't think that's going to last. I have Chris, Ari, and Nicole, and then my favorite to win it
Not
all.
Wendy?
I don't. They don't show enough of her for me to know if she's a good
Okay,
cook or not.
okay,
Like
okay.
her, she just didn't do smash burgers. It wasn't that
But do
bad. It was.
but are they doing that for but are they doing that for a reason?
We gonna find out. That's why I don't have nothing to say
Okay.
about her. I don't see her
Okay, I
enough.
get it. Okay.
My favorite to win is Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Vaughn is going to win.
You heard it here on
He's going.
episode. What
He's
episode is
going to.
this for us?
He's going to do what the Sixers and the Eagles can't do, and the Phillies recently is we gonna get the championship. He's going to bring the championship back to Pennsylvania, and yeah, we're gonna do the damn thizzle.
All right. Well, all righty. I think Vaughn for sure. I think Jordan. Don't sleep on Jordan. And Zach is a strong cook. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Well, guess what, guys? I guess
I think a
what we're
dude is
doing.
going to win, period, this season. It's going to be a guy
I
for
think once
sure.
we start shedding some of the for lack of a better term, once we start shedding the fat, I'm one person to keep an eye on that they don't really show a lot in the storyline, but she did good to this episode is Angela. I have my eye
Yeah.
on Angela.
Well, I was going to ask you about sleepers.
Angela.
She's a
Angela is a
sleeper.
sleeper because they don't
She's
really
a
say much
sleeper.
about her. She doesn't really come up, but she
Well, at least
brings out
not yet.
exactly. So that's why I said once we start losing people, hopefully she keeps it going. But she's a sleeper for me. I think Angela may do some things. Just wait to see what
Mhm.
happens.
Well, all right, guys. That was the show.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the Food We Watch podcast. It's been great being back and watching Next Level Chef. Um, again, please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit us up. Let us know in the comments. We've been asking what shows would you like to see us review because Next Level Chef will not last forever. Let us know what you like to see us review. And also, make sure you follow us. Neda, where can they follow you?
You can find me at Neda.food photo on pretty much most platforms. And what about you, Search?
Well, you already know. I'm always available at on all platforms at Sirchcity. But if you can't reach me there, you can reach me over at Normals Be Chefing, always on all platforms. But let's say you like our show, but you don't have time to watch the full episodes. You can watch some of our finest moments on at the Food We Watch Pod on TikTok and IG. But guess what, guys? It's time to go. But before we
Mm-hmm.
go, you know we gotta let you know that good
Mm-hmm.
things come and good things go. Life be like a box of chocolate and it be melting. Boom.